All right, everyone, back with another video, a buyer POV video, and today we're at the Central Florida Card Fest. We're gonna be doing some shopping today. Let's get into it. Ran into our guys over at the Cardvestor LLC. You guys have seen them before here on the channel, and they have some really cool reverse stamp stuff. I'm gonna start pulling stuff out of the binder, see if I can find some more, but I'm definitely gonna be picking up this Merrill. Super clean, Delta species, good one. We'll go ahead and sift through this binder. They have a bunch of stuff in here, so we're gonna make our way through, see if we can find anything else that we need to pick up. And I actually already see a couple that I might need to grab here right away. So I'll get with you guys here in a second after we've kind of gone through them. Cardvestor LLC, once again, hooking it up. So we've got the Spiel reverse, we've got Sailor trying to get in on the shot, we've got the Nidoran Delta species, and then the Merrill, we're gonna do 28, is that what we said, 28? Cool, 28 cash. So I'm gonna throw them 28 cash for these three. There's 30, 2, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Good to see you guys again. As always, guys, follow the Cardvestor LLC. Super good dudes. Help you out a ton. They got some really cool stuff, too. Crazy stuff, honestly. Holy Eevees.
I have more at home. I don't know, I bought in, but I don't know, they never really went up.
We're taking a look at this Crystal Guardian reverse Squirtle, another reverse stamp card. We're going crazy for these here today.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty much in on it for a little higher, so we're gonna probably go with the $15 cash. So we're gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna pop it out, check out all the condition, but I think we'll end up picking this one up.
No, I mean, it's fair.
You cool with that? Okay. We took a look at it, we popped it out. There's a couple creases at the top, so we kind of wanted to renegotiate it at about MP. So I'm gonna do 10 bucks cash. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Another reverse stamp pickup. That Squirtle card was a really good reminder why you want to pop them out of the sleeves and really inspect the cards before you make a purchase. There were some creases that you couldn't see in the top loader, but because I popped it out, we were able to get it at a lower price. Ended up doing it for 10 bucks cash. It's gonna go in my binder anyways, but definitely a nice pickup. Sailor found a binder of Lorcana, so she's geeking out over all of her favorite characters. That is the cool part about Lorcana. You get to see all your favorite little characters on a card. We were walking by, I saw some cool primes here in the case, and I saw the Meganium. It's got it listed at 20 LP. Market price is sitting at about 14, so we're gonna go ahead and do 15 cash for it. We were just talking about how they're starting to definitely pick up speed a little bit, but Meganium is definitely a good one right now, so we'll go ahead and pick this up for 15 cash. I can show it to you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, we ran into this binder, and it's 2 each or 3 for $5. I've grabbed a nice little stack. This is some stuff that I'm going to be using for some inventory. You know, my small binder gets cleared out pretty quickly at some of the shows, so this is something I'm going to kind of sift through and see if I can find some extra stuff and try and get some stuff repriced out and get them into my binder. But there's a couple things that I think can move a little bit, and we'll go ahead and grab some of these, and we'll get a nice stack going. We found a nice big stack. I've got 15 of them. I'm gonna see if he's gonna take 22 cash. It would be 25 normally, but I'm gonna try to get 22 for it, for this little stack. We ended up picking up this whole little stack. He ended up doing it for 20 cash for me. We ended up doing another deal for the Meganium, so we ended up grabbing some more out of the binders, picking out some stuff for my own inventory. Able to do a little bit of shopping as well for my own table, so we ran around, picked out some stuff to be able to fill up the binder. My binder usually gets ran through super quick at the shows, kind of the lower end stuff, so we ended up picking up an extra 15 cards at about 20 bucks. So good deal. We'll definitely take that. There were about $2 cards and below. Pretty much each one was about $2. We're gonna go ahead and get those into the binder though when we get back, but now it's kind of turned into this thing where I'm not just buying for myself, I'm also trying to buy to fill up my inventory too, which is kind of cool. But we're doing pretty good today. Definitely some lower end stuff. Picked up a couple personal cards, but I think that Meganium and then that stack we just saw is gonna end up into the inventory. Okay, we were looking at the Glaceon V-Stars. Super clean. We're gonna end up picking this up for 45 cash. I think this is one that's gonna continue to kind of rise. So this is definitely one I'm gonna add into the inventory, but clean one and definitely one we're gonna get into the inventory. Yep.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Awesome. Thank you. got a couple cards we're looking at. The Darkrai really caught my eye, and then also saw the Charizard from the Trainer Gallery. We're gonna take a look at these and see if we can maybe make a deal off of both of them. MB memorabilia, guys, be sure to check them out. We just ended up doing a deal. It's gonna do me a solid. We're gonna pick up these two for $55, I believe is what I said, right? Awesome, thanks man, appreciate that. Something you don't see every day is when you ask people what their favorite Pokemon is. And over here at MB Memorabilia, who we were just with, his favorite Mon is Mr. Mime. And he's got a crazy collection of all 10s in the Mime. Super cool. The greenbacks, all that good stuff. Everybody's Pokemon is a favorite Pokemon, right? Oh, dude, the Mr. Mime EX, super cool. I always tell you guys in the videos that you should buy the card before you leave. And I actually had left the Cardvester LLC and I had seen this and I was like, nah, I'll wait, but I'm gonna swing back and we're picking this up. This is a sealed Lapras 7-Eleven promo. We're gonna grab it for 20 bucks. Literally just saw these going for like 30 bucks on eBay, kind of almost higher. And so Lapras is one of my favorite Mons. So this is one we definitely wanted to grab. I've been thinking about it. I should have grabbed it way sooner, like everything in this hobby, but we ended up grabbing it for 20 cash. All right, we've done quite a bit of shopping today. We grabbed some stuff for my own personal inventory, my own PC, a lot of smaller stuff for the binder, but we did pick up a couple cards that I'm gonna end up throwing in the case. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the day here. Did pretty good, not a bad one. We'll have to see how much we ended up spending at the end of it all, but definitely a good day. We think we scored pretty well. Definitely grabbed a bunch of cards I've been looking for, but happy about what we ended up picking up. Let's go ahead and make our way back and check out the market on stuff. All right, we're back. It's the next day after the show. Had a really great time, picked up some good stuff, ended up grabbing some stuff for my own inventory, which is something I haven't done before in these Buyer POV videos. They've mainly been just for PC stuff, but I ended up picking up some stuff for my PC as well as for some inventory stuff. We've got a bunch of cards we're gonna run through here right now, so let's go ahead, get right to it and get over to tcgplayer.com. So the first deal we ended up doing of the day was with Cardvester LLC. Big shout out to those guys again. It was awesome to see them. And I've got 3 cards. We ended up getting 4 from them. You'll see that one a little bit later. But 3 cards we'll go over right now. So we've got the Dragon Frontiers Nidoran. This is another one of those stamp cards. We are picking up more stamp cards like crazy. I'm really excited about getting more of these stamp cards, filling out that binder. I think it's gonna look really cool once we kind of really get it filled in. So market price for that card is about $9.13. Looking at the last sales, we've got almost 12 bucks, almost $10, $11, $9. We got all of these together for, I believe, $28 in total. So pretty good deal on the Nidoran. The next one, the Spheal. I really like this card. This one had a little bit higher of a price because there's a swirl at the bottom. I think I'm kind of showing it right there, but it had a little bit of the swirl tax. So we ended up getting hit with the swirl tax, and the market price on this one is about $8.41. Looking at the last sales, we're at $8.21, $8, $7, $9, and $7 again. And then the next card and the final card we ended up picking up from our first deal was the Marill Delta Species. This one is super, super clean. Honestly, I'm kind of curious whether or not I should grade some of these because they're really clean and I feel like they're probably some pretty low pop cards. Market price for that is about $7.18. Looking at the last sales, 9 and 8. This one though is pretty dang clean. I can kind of understand why they had it marked as they did. We ended up doing all those for 28 bucks. So pretty much right around the market price on those cards, and I'm happy about it. The next one we ended up snagging was the Squirtle from Crystal Guardians. Now, this one is awesome because Squirtle was the first Pokemon I ever picked up as a kid when I started playing Blue version for the first time. And to get one of his stamped cards, the Crystal Guardians Reverse, is really, really cool. Pretty clean card for the most part, but there's some creases up top like we talked about in the video. And so I put that at about MP. He was cool with putting it at MP, and market price for MP was about $10. There was a sale recently for $22.64. After that, it was $9, $10, $12.49. So we ended up buying this one for 10 bucks outright. And I felt like it was a pretty fair price in the end for that one. The next card we're looking at is one that I'm probably gonna end up tossing into my inventory. This is the Meganium Prime promo. This is an LP card. We were talking about it, me and the vendor. We feel that these are cards that have the potential to really start making a move here in the market. I think they have the chance to be one of the next big swings. Looking at the market price, it's about $14.50. Last sales, $27.14. 19, 16.55, 16, 17.50. So as you can see, they're definitely starting to pick up pace and they're getting a little bit more expensive. The market price isn't always going to show, all the last sales. So this is a good example of one that's showing some increase in price over the course of the recent sales. Market price is at $14.50. I picked it up for $15, but I have the belief that this is worth more than that 15, and I'm probably going to end up putting this up for about $25, $22 because I think it has a good chance to continue to increase in price, and also I think it's a really good looking card. The next one was, again, one for the PC. Now this is interesting because I was talking to another vendor, not the vendor I ended up grabbing it from, but I saw one of their sealed promos, the Lapras 7-Eleven promo. And this is one I've wanted because I'm a big fan of Lapras, and to see the 7-Eleven, I don't know, something about it hits the nostalgic feels because I used to go to 7-Eleven so much as a kid, riding my bike from my house with a couple of my neighborhood friends, go get a Slurpee, all that good stuff. So it just kind of hits right in the feels. So I had to get one of these cards. It's one of those things, I wish I would have picked it up earlier on and I didn't get it so late into the game. But the Lapras promo, we ended up picking up for $20. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring it up about the other vendor was they were the type of vendor I tried to, price out as much as I possibly can to make it easier for people when they come up to my booth, come up to the table, to understand the price that I'm looking for a lot of the cards. They don't have any prices on any of their cards, so they immediately kind of search it up, see what the recent sales were. I understand with the market this volatile, you kind of in ways want to do that, but that's why I go and reprice everything the night before the actual event. But this was priced out at 20. A bunch of recent sales on eBay have it going for over 30 bucks. So kind of interesting. Ended up getting a great deal on this one. Shout out to the Cardvestor LLC. They had it priced at 20. Threw them a $20 bill. Didn't even ask about it. Didn't haggle them at all because, to me, a super, super fair price. Now, the last couple cards we're going to take a look at was the Charizard. This is the Trainer Gallery Charizard from Lost Origin. Really cool card. Ended up doing a double deal for this one. That was the Charizard and the Darkrai. We got both of them together for 55, I believe is what we did. Yeah, it was 55 we ended up doing them for. So basically, if I were to look at it, I could knock $5 off each of the prices. So got this one for about 15. The market price for this right now is 23. Well, the market price was 18.44. Last sales 23, and LP for 19, LP for 17, 20, and 25. I would put this at near mint for sure. Super clean copy, so definitely a good score. The Darkrai is one that honestly I'm looking at, and I'm considering sending this off to grading because it's a really clean copy, and the PSA 10s go for obviously much, much more than what the raw copy is. But this is a cool card. Darkrai, super underrated, and the shiny is beautiful. So ended up getting that one for 40 bucks. The market price for it is about 45. And then the last sales, 45, 42, 44, and 45. So about $5 off the market price, which is pretty good. We'll definitely take it. The Charizard and the Darkrai probably will enter into my inventory as we move forward. And last but not least, the probably biggest purchase, I guess, of the day was the Glaceon V-Star. I've recently picked up the Leafeon V-Star from Crown Zenith, so now we have the Glaceon as well to add into that, area. They had it marked at 50. I asked him for 40. He wanted to meet in the middle at 45, and that worked for me. So 45 was what we ended up doing for this one. Market price is sitting at about $49. Last sales, $48, $53, $46, and $46. So once again, probably something I'm gonna put into my table, and I'll put it at, you know, a little bit more than what I went in for, right? So I'll probably put that down for 50 just like they had. If I can turn around and make a couple bucks, great. I think it's a good card to get into the inventory though, because I think it can get people's attention. Beautiful artwork and a very favored mon in the Pokemon universe. That is all the cards we ended up picking up though, so let's go ahead and wrap up the video. We picked up a ton of cards today in this buyer POV video, and it was fun to get back on the horse with the buyer POV videos. I know you guys have enjoyed the vending content I've been putting out, but I love spending money on shiny cardboard. Everybody does, right? That's why we love this hobby so much. I wanna hear down in the comments below though, your guys' favorite pickup from today, and also what reverse stamp I should be going after next. I'm really curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are. I will definitely showcase in the future my reverse stamp binder that I'm starting to get together, but I am still, of course, going after tag teams. The reverse stamps is this new excitement for myself, something brand new that I can collect in the TCG zone, but it's something that's a little bit more feasible and a little bit more affordable. The tag teams have gone really crazy. They have started to stabilize, which is good. But for now, being able to pick up those reverse stamp cards at a bit more of a budget is a lot of fun. I'm not done chasing those tag teams though. If you guys have hung out with me all the way till the end, I want to say thank you guys so much. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. It means a ton for you guys to subscribe, and we have really started to cook here on the channel, over 1,000 subscribers, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support. There is a ton of fun content to come. Be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss any future videos. If you guys have hung out all the way till the end though, we'll catch you on the next one. Later, Title Zone. I can't help myself. I love shopping. Shiny cardboard. Sheesh!